Didn't know I had an audience.
Oh, you always have an audience.
Not since high school.
High school? High school? My, how time flies when you're having fun.
Next thing you know, you turn around and he's getting married.
Seem like that to you too, doesn't it?
Things are happening at a pretty torrid pace, aren't they?
Regrets?
No.
Good.
Has, Brooke told you about our possibly moving out?
Possibly. She made it sound, pretty definite.
How do you feel about that?
How do you feel about that?
I think it'd be best, don't you?
I suppose so.
Hey, you're lucky to have had me around as long as you did.
Oh. Well, eventually, you know, all the children are going to leave the nest. Not that you're a child. But I will tell you something. With all the acreage around the house, I had always hoped that someday you'd build a house on the grounds.
Well, maybe I will. Someday.
Careful what you say. I'm liable to hold you to it.
It's been a tough year for you, hasn't it?
Things are getting better.
Are they, Mother? Really?
Of course. We're going to have a wedding. And weddings are joyous occasions.
That sounds so strange coming from you.
Now stop trying to read everything or some hidden meaning into whatever I say.
Well, there's a reason for that. You're not leveling with me.
Have I told you I thought you'd be a wonderful private investigator?
No.
Well, stop being one right now. Saved by the bell. Hello?
Stephanie, it's Bill Spencer.
Oh, hi.
Hey. Listen, I'm at the airport and I'm about ready to jump on a plane, so I don't have much time. I had lunch with Caroline today.
And?
In short, you were wrong and I was right.
Meaning?
Well, she's very positive about her life, about her future, her marriage.
Really?
So I don't think we have to look for trouble there. And how's everything on your end? I mean, with Ridge?
Oh, everything's fine this end.
Is marriage to Brooke?
Yes.
Well, let's don't borrow any trouble. I'll see you at the wedding on the 16th. Listen, I gotta run.
Thanks for calling.
Wow, perfect.
Hi. How was your day, honey?
Great. How was yours?
No complaints.
Want me to fix your drink?
No, thank you. I'm just going to go upstairs and die in a hot bath.
Well, make it a quick death, will you?
No way.
Honey, we have a lot of things to talk about tonight.
What?
Well, some best man responsibilities.
Honey, that's your job, not mine. I'm gonna be up in my bath.
Honey, I need you.
Sweetheart, you shouldn't take on these obligations if you can't fulfill them.
Would you like a pillow or a blanket?
No. Thank you.
And you, miss?
Margo.
Oh, no, thank you.
Well, I certainly know what you're going to be like in this flight.
Oh, you know, I just wonder what he's like. This man who mesmerized Kristen in college caused her to leave New York because of his passion. Mick Savage. What kind of person do you think he is? sound like on the phone? Kind of understated? Quiet? Hard to get a handle on?
Yes, that's it.
Bonnie must have told him that we were looking for her.
Well, he didn't admit that.
Yeah, but he knows that we want to talk about Kristen, right?
Yes,
And he called us back, which means that he is still interested in her.
yes. Well, I wouldn't go that far.
He asked us to come to New York, didn't he?
Margo, that was my idea.
Well, he didn't reject the idea.
You know, he didn't have much of a chance to.
Here are your drinks.
Oh, thank you.
So where are we gonna meet him?
Well, there's a bar in Soho. It's called the Final Draft. And, a hangout for artists or something like that.
How do you think we should handle it? Do you think we should stick to the story about doing a feature on Kristen?
One step at a time. That may be a good start. You know, it's curious. You mentioned Garrison and what a sensual fellow he is.
So what?
When Kristen married him, obviously she responds to him. What does that say about Savage? I mean, what is it about this man that scared her off?
Kristen's roommate said that he overwhelmed her, that she just couldn't handle all that passion.
You believe that?
I'll know better when I see him. Mick Savage, he's one of the finest fashion photographers in the business. This is really fascinating.
Well, don't get your hopes up too high. I mean, after all, this is just a long shot.
You mean Kristen getting involved with him again and dropping Clark so I can have him? Yeah, it's a long shot. But tell that to my son when he's a teenager and asking for his father. It's worth it, Bill. Whatever I have to go through, it's worth it.
Well, there you two are.
Hi, honey. Have you been looking for us?
Yeah, what's the plan for dinner tonight?
No plans for me.
Well, good. Then we can all eat together for a change.
We haven't done that for quite a while.
Yeah.
Take it you have some plans.
Yeah, we have a wedding to discuss. Less than a month off.
Oh, well, I spoke to the florist today, and I spoke to the catering company.
Really? Who's catering?
Ruth Wilson, the company that did your wedding.
Oh, yeah, the same lady that Brooke and her mother used to work for, right?
That reminds me. I understand Brooke told you her parents wouldn't be making it.
Yes, she mentioned that to me.
Why not?
Maybe Paris is too far to come for a wedding.
Mother, if it's a matter of expense, we can help out a little, can't we?
No, I think Brooke's committed to her parents not being there.
That's the impression that I got.
Any idea why?
What'd she say to you?
Actually, she was kind of vague.
Well, maybe her father couldn't get any time off, something like that.
Well, what about her mother?
Well, I don't know. I'll talk to her about it if you'd like.
Well, Mother, if you're a little too busy, I would be happy to...
Thank you, darling. That's so kind of you. But I'll do it.
Okay. That brings me to the next item on my agenda. A bachelor party.
Oh, no, you don't.
I'm warning you on this one, Ridge. It's not going to do any good to fight me. So just tell me who you want invited.
Thorne, I don't want a major event.
All right, I'll take that under advisement, but only under advisement.
You're taking this far too seriously, little brother.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
Speaking of parties, we're going to have one for Brooke.
Two, actually. A bridal shower and a baby shower.
Well, I'll take care of the baby if you'll take care of the bridal, Caroline.
Me?
Yes, you're going to be her sister-in-law. I think I'll check on Maria, see what she can put together for dinner.
Good. I'll get some champagne and glasses and my list.
Forget about the shower for Brooke.
Forget about it.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, you don't want to be the organizer.
Do you blame me?
No. I suppose that's asking a lot.
Your mother knows that it is.
She's trying to encourage a relationship, you know that.
She's trying to force a relationship.
Sometimes that's necessary.
Oh. Do I, detect a change in attitude?
Sooner or later, you're gonna have to accept the way things are.
And how are they, Ridge?
I'm about to be married. And you already are.
I accept those facts.
Do you?
Just as much as you do, Ridge. Just as much as you do.
Are you sure this is the right place?
Yes, this is it.
Well, where is he?
I don't even know what the guy looks like. All right, let's ask over here. Excuse me. We're looking for someone.
Who's that?
Mick Savage.
What do you want with him?
We're friends of his.
No, you're not.
It's okay, Neil. You two from LA?
Yes, yes.
Sit down.
Caroline?
I thought I might encounter you between the pool and my bedroom.
Is that where you're headed?
Yes.
Don't let me stop you.
Well, why not? You're obviously lurking about, waiting for me here.
Yes, but not to have an argument with you. I just wanted to talk to you. And I can see that you're in no mood to do that.
What do you want to talk about?
Your father called a little while ago.
For me?
No, he was talking with me. And he mentioned to me that you had a very lovely luncheon with him today.
Did he?
Yes, and he also mentioned to me that you said that you were very happy with your life and your marriage.
Well, that must have been music to your ears.
Why wouldn't it be?
Not a reason in the world. Especially since you arranged the little luncheon with my father. I forced him to confess.
So I did arrange it.
You must be very, very worried about me. Correction. You must be very worried about Thorne.
I don't really enjoy being worried about anyone.
Well, good. Now there's no reason that you have to. Now that you have my father's report.
Well, that report really doesn't have any credibility now, does it?
Why?
Because obviously what you said to him was for my benefit and not really your father's. So now I have absolutely no idea where you really are coming from. And I really don't know what you're going to do I? Between now and the wedding.
So, Mr. Savage.
Let's drop the mister, okay? I'm Mick. You're...
Bill. This is Margo.
And this is my friend Sarah.
Well, hello, Sarah. Hello.
Listen, the reason that we wanted to see you, it's kind of personal.
You asking Sarah to leave?
Well, I think it would be best, yes.
For who?
Well, all I wanted to do is
We're
be
here
able
to talk about Kristen Forrester, Mick.
So what?
You want to see him alone? Just ask me to leave. No problem. Would you leave, please? I'm gone.
All right. Let's hear about Kristen.
Well, we're doing a cover story on her for a newspaper.
Which newspaper?
It's the Beverly Hills periodical.
Does it have a name?
Yes, it does. It's...
Why don't you tell me, Margo?
It's called 275. That's the Beverly Hills Telephone Exchange.
Is that so?
Will you answer a few questions now?
You two are slick.
How's that?
I can usually tell right away if I'm being had. But with you two, I'm not sure. What do you want to know about Kristen?
Anything you can tell us.
Well, that'll make this a short conversation. I know practically nothing about her.
Well, you were a friend of hers, though, weren't you?
Years ago. I haven't seen her since. So, if you two don't mind, I've got things to do. Sorry you had to come all the way here for nothing. You've got a great pair of eyes.
Mr. Savage. We know that you were in love with Kristen. Deeply in love with her. And that's what we're here to talk to you about.
My, we are paranoid. Don't pretend that my fear isn't real, because it is.
What could I possibly do now, Stephanie? Brooke and Ridge have their wedding date.
That's not a direct answer.
Your question is insulting. Unlike Brooke, I am not going to engage in some kind of grand deception, so you don't have to worry about that.
You're talking about Ridge's letter to you that she intercepted.
That she intercepted and read. A personal letter that was meant for my eyes and my eyes only.
What do you think would have really happened if you'd gotten that letter? What do you really think the outcome would have been?
We'll never know, will we?
Obviously, the possibility that you would have married Ridge if you'd received that letter has crossed your mind more than once or twice.
Yes, it has. It's crossed my mind more than once or twice.
In spite of what Brooke did, you read that letter. Caroline, you read that letter the morning of your wedding. You chose to ignore it. You chose to marry Thorne.
Brooke had that letter days before she showed it to me.
What difference would it have made? The results would have been the same whenever you saw it.
That's not true. How was I supposed to make a clear decision on the day that I was supposed to get married?
Is that what you've been telling yourself all of these months? That there would have been a difference if you had received that letter a day or two ahead? Caroline, there's no reality to that. You married Thorne because you loved Thorne. And no words that Ridge spoke to you that morning could change your mind.
Well, maybe you're right. But there's a possibility that you're not right. But that's all really speculation now, thanks to Brooke. My whole life is based on speculation now, thanks to Brooke Logan. That's what a lie does, Stephanie. It makes a person unsure what's real and what isn't real. It makes you question yourself and everything that you've done. And it also makes you do things that are very out of character. Things you probably wouldn't normally do. Brooke Logan, she lied to me when she kept that letter from me. And as a result, she robbed me of the chance to have the time and the opportunity to make a clear decision, to see the whole picture. next month, you can blame Brooke Logan for it. But don't blame me. Because the truth of all of this is that Brooke Logan brought everything on herself.